My friends, welcome back. Welcome to the final training video that we have here for you. We've covered a lot of things. I wanted you to understand something before we get into this really quick. Talk production and something that I have special for you here at the end of this video. The process of Core 4, the process of power, passion, purpose, and production, it's not a life-changing thing in the sense that you just all of a sudden plug it in and that's it and it solves all of your problems. It's a system. It's a process. Like anything else, it takes work. Like everything good that you have took work. It doesn't just fall in your lap. Understand that like what we're talking about here, what Lions Not Sheep is, what the Lion's Den is, what we're talking about with production, with power, with passion, with purpose, are literally ritualistic things that we do every single day to get like the number one thing that all of us are after, the major thing that every single one of us is after, okay? Results. I want results, okay? I want to be in shape. I want my bank account to be filled. I want my relationships to be solid. I want my mind to be clear. I want less drama and more peace. And I'd have you consider for a second that over the last 5 years, as I have been teaching and training and practicing and living Core 4, power, passion, purpose, and production, it has absolutely radically changed my life. Now, you're going to hear from a couple of the members of the Lions Den here in a minute. I'm going to share with you some of the things that they've got going on, what they have to say about this. But I want you to understand that, like, if you're in a place right now where you're wanting more, if you're in a place where you're making great money but you're out of shape, you're completely in shape but you're broke, your relationships are falling down but you love your job, whatever it might be, understand something. This process of life, this process that we're experiencing, the things that we're doing, where we're going, you and I, everything is constantly evolving and changing. The question is, what are you doing to create sustainable results? Okay? What are you doing to create sustainable results? Most people's life is going like this. We have these highs and then we have these lows. And then we do something and all of a sudden high, and low, and then high, and low. That's typical. I mean, this is how my life was for many, many, many years. Until I understood that if I could create sustainable results, then what I can do is just constantly be growing, constantly be leveling up. There are dips, there are lulls, but instead of having something sinking down, losing money, getting out of shape, going through a depression, so on and so forth, simply a plateau and then I grow. A plateau and then I grow. This is what Core 4 is. This is the conversation that we're having around the Lions Den, what we train and what we teach on every single week, week after week after week after week, is how to continue to just rise, how to continue to grow. So I want to talk about production for a second. Business, money, bank account. There is no nobility in being broke. Okay? There's no nobility in being broke. Hear that. I don't care where you are on the spectrum. I don't care if you have millions of dollars. I don't care if you have no dollars. There's no nobility in being broke. If you want to do things in life, you must have resources, period. I hear a lot of people say, well, I don't really care about money. I just want to be able to go teach people about God. I want to be able to go help the poor. Well, that's great, but how you can afford a plane ticket to the other side of the world to go teach people about God if you got no money? Or what if you have tons and tons of money but have no relationships, have no sustainability, you're working 20-hour days, you're running yourself ragged, your body is falling apart? Understand that like money is simply freedom. Okay? Having resources is freedom. Nothing more, nothing less. Having lots of money doesn't make you a good person. It doesn't make you a bad person. Having no money doesn't make you a good person. It doesn't make you a bad person. It just simply is what it is. But I can tell you that your bank account is directly proportionate to the amount of value that you put into the universe and how hard you're working. Period. Money just doesn't come freaking falling down from the skies. It doesn't just show up based off the late night infomercials that you think you just open up your mailbox and it's easy. Making a lot of money is difficult. What we talk about with Core 4, what we talk about in the Lions Den, is how we can create abundance financially without sacrificing life, without sacrificing our body. And one of the things that I am ruthlessly committed to, one of the things I want to share with you today in this lesson, in this training, is how to get paid every single day. How to get paid every single day. Think about that for a second. Are you getting paid every day? Do you legitimately have money coming into your bank account every single day? Think about that. Most people get paid every other week. Most people get paid weekly, whatever it ends up being. One of the things that I am ruthlessly committed to in training inside the Lions Den is having every single member in there having the ability and having a system set up to get paid every single day. I have money coming into my bank account every single day. Here's why this is crucial, okay? You must be able to stand on your own 2 feet. You must be able to have the resources to be able to do the things that you want to do. If you're constantly living paycheck to paycheck to paycheck to paycheck, you're never going to get ahead. You're never going to be able to invest in a coach, in a system, in a process. You're never going to be able to grow. You're stuck. So the question is, how do you get unstuck? I'm going to talk to those of you right here, right now, that don't have the financial abundance that you want. How do you get unstuck? What you're going to have to do is do something different. But here's the question, how? What do I do, Sean? It's been the same thing over and over and over again. I don't have the money to be able to go do this. I don't have the resources to be able to go do that. To go hire a coach and to go to a weekend training, to learn how to do this or this. One of the things that I am ruthlessly committed to inside of the Lions Den is showing people different strategies of how you can take every single day and create abundance financially with it. And I'm not talking about millions and millions and millions of dollars, but let me ask you a simple question. If you had $5 in your bank account, what would it look like for you if you had 10 tomorrow? If you had $1 and tomorrow you could have 2, what would that do for your life? What would it do for your life if then you had 3 the next day and then 4 the next day and 5 the next day? What happens over a significant period of time? Your game has changed. But how do you do it? This is what we talk about on the Lions Den. This is what we train on the Lions Den. I'm going to share with you a strategy here in a second. But let me talk to those of you who have money. Money's not your question. Money's not your worry. You've got some in the bank, you're making some money, you're doing your thing, but you're working 20-hour days. Like the aspect of production, the idea of grinding and hustling. How sexy does it sound? How romantic does it sound? Grinding. The only thing I want to be grinding is in the bedroom, if you know what I'm saying, right? I don't want to be grinding all day long. That's friction. I want smooth. I want to be able to make more money and work less. Grinding and hustling and grinding and hustling. It sounds tiring. I know, because I did it for 20 years. I did it and I burned my entire world to the ground. I made a shit ton of money, but I was working 20-hour days, burning the candle at both ends until I finally just said, fuck it. I talk about in my book how I felt like I was juggling bowling balls. I was trying to be home and trying to be a dad and trying to be a husband, but trying to be the CEO and trying to be a leader and trying to be a visionary and all these other things, juggling bowling balls every single day. And then finally I was like, fuck this, and I dropped the balls. So I want you to understand something about production, okay? One of the best ways for you to be able to get ahead, meaning you've got resources in the bank and you can now build something, is by getting paid every single day. Getting paid every single day. So we're going to break this down into 2 conversations. Those of you that have finances, those of you that have money, those of you that have cash flow, so on and so forth, and a skill set that you're using to create that, and those of you that don't. Let's talk about those of you that don't right now, okay? What would it look like if you could take things in your home and sell them? Sean, that sounds simple. Cool. What would an extra $20 mean for you every single day? What would an extra $30 or $40 or $50? I went to a flea market last year, and I put this out on Facebook. I walked into this flea market, and I wanted to prove that this theory is real. There was a guy selling Cabbage Patch dolls. One of them was in a box. I don't know shit about Cabbage Patch dolls. I went over to it, I looked at it, I saw the name, I literally got on Amazon, and I got on eBay, and I looked it up. And this Cabbage Patch doll in the box with the same thing that was sitting right in front of me was selling for $60 to $70 on eBay and on Amazon. The guy wanted 10 bucks for it. I said, I'll give you 5. He said, great. I literally paid $5 for that Cabbage Patch doll. I put it up on Facebook. I said, I've got this freaking Cabbage Patch doll for sale. And within a matter of $10, I had somebody, 10 minutes, I had somebody offer me 25 bucks for it. Yo, Sean, whatever, who gives a shit? What would it look like, friend, if you're not able to freaking afford shit right now? What would it look like if you're living paycheck to fucking paycheck, if you could add an extra $20 in your pocket every single day this week? How much is that? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40? It's $140. That's $600 per month. Just under $600. Think about that for a second. Yeah, but Sean, you can do one of two things with this conversation, friend. You can understand that these are the strategies and the things that we talk about inside of the lines. That you look at a guy like Gary Vaynerchuk who makes millions of dollars, who still goes out and does that. You want to know why he does it? It's not because he needs the fucking money. It's because he's showing people that this shit works. That if you're sitting someplace right now where you don't have finances, you don't have money, you don't have cash flow, all you got to do is get off your fucking ass and go do this shit, and it will work and it will change your life. Or you can sit around jerking yourself off, feeling bad for yourself. Oh, I hope everybody feels bad for me. Fuck you, there's no nobility in being broke. If this offends you, then just shut this off right now. If you want to be broke for the rest of your life, shut this off. I want nothing to do with you. Sean, that's rude, that's mean. No, it's not. It's fucking truth. And at the end of the day, my friend, it's time for you to get off your ass if you don't have the financial resources to be able to do what you want when you want. And what I'm telling you right now is that there are literally dozens of ways, not just selling Cabbage Patch dolls or flea market shit, to make money, to get yourself out of a rut. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, how do I get ahead? How do I put $20 into the bank? Some of you literally are living paycheck to paycheck and have nothing in the fucking bank. $20 a day is a big deal. You understand this? Let's talk about the people that have resources for a second. Let's talk about if you have a skill set. How are you monetizing that? What are you doing every single day to add value to the marketplace in exchange for monetary compensation? Let me give you an example. If you're an insurance broker, I just sell insurance. I make $75,000 a year, $100,000 a year, but you sell a specific kind of insurance, or you have a specific sales process or a specific sales system. Do you have any idea how many insurance brokers there are on the planet? Do you have any idea how many people there are selling insurance right now that you could be helping? What does this mean? What would it look like, just like my Lion's Den, what would it look like if you set up a group that people paid $10 a month for, $20 a month for, $30 a month for, that you could teach your systems to? We have this really cool thing called social media that allows you to literally put your stuff out there for free. What would it look like if you had people joining your group every single day just by sharing the things that you already know, that you're already doing? Think this through for 2 seconds, friend. Oh, Sean, I'm not a coach and I'm not a thing, I'm not a whatever. Doesn't fucking matter. What I'm talking about is taking your skill set and the things that you do, you're already doing, and putting it out there to the masses for people that want it. You understand this is how the game is played? This is how it works. This is literally what the Lion's Den is this core force system, this structure that I put together that's helping people make more money, get in better shape, create epic relationships, get their mind clear. Think about what we've talked about so far. Getting in shape and having a consistent workout diet every single freaking day and having people that you're accountable to. Passion, relationships, investing in those things, doing the hard work like sending appreciation messages and doing things to build relationships, to get rid of the drama that allows you to have more mental bandwidth to do better business. Purpose, your mind, planting seeds every single day. Production, getting paid every single day. Nobody talks like this. There's no college courses saying get paid every single day. It's like, nope, you're gonna pay $100,000 for your degree. You're gonna go get a $40,000 a year job, and maybe you'll pay. You know what the average age is that people pay off their student loan debt in America? 41 years old. 41 fucking years old before they pay off their student loan debt. That's fucking nuts. What I'm telling you right now is that you should be getting paid every single day. And inside of the Lions Den, what we talk about with production is how we do that. How do you leverage social media? How can you literally take the shit in your basement and turn it into money? How can you take the shit in your neighbor's basement and your neighbor's garage? Think this through. If somebody came to my garage and said, hey, can I clean out your garage for free? I'd be like, hell yeah. Take this, and this. What would it look like for a second if all of a sudden you could take 5 of those items and turn it into $100? What did that cost you? What did that cost you? A little bit of time? If you're fucking broke, guess what you got? Time. So my friends, here's what I want you to do. Those of you that are making money, I want you to contemplate for a second. How can I take my skill set and leverage it to be able to teach people what it is that I know? And those of you that are living paycheck to paycheck, wanting to make more money, wanting to level up your financial game, how is it that I can get paid every single day and get ahead? What would it look like if I could carve off 30 minutes a day to go get shit and sell it online? What would it look like if I could join a group like the Lions Den where there's a ton of people doing this and I could ask them what they're doing? How are they selling it? Are they using Facebook Marketplace or eBay or Amazon, or what does this look like? What would it look like if you could get paid every single day? What would it look like, friend, if you're living paycheck to paycheck and you could make an extra $10 a day? That's $280 a month. Would $280 a month in your bank account mean something to you? You're damn fucking right it would if you're broke. What if you could do more? This is the conversation that we have inside of the Lions Den. I want you to think about this from production. This is very difficult to train two sides of this coin right now on one video, people that have money and people that don't have money. But what I want you to consider for a second is that if you're not surrounding yourself with people that are ruthlessly committed to financial freedom and financial abundance, you should be. Because chances are, if you're broke, so is everybody else in your circle. Chances are, if you're working 20-hour days and you got a miserable home life, but you're making a ton of money, chances are everybody else in your circle is. So what would it look like, friends, if you were to literally shut this video off and say, okay, it's time to fucking change. It's time to join a group. It's time to level up and get with a group of people that can help me get a stronger body, figure this shit out so I'm not doing this with my diet. What would it look like if I had some relationship questions and relationship issues that I wanted to get clear on, and I could have a couple hundred people that can leverage that and help me learn? What would it look like if all of a sudden I wanted to learn how to get control of my mind and plant better seeds, and there's literally hundreds of people doing the same thing, giving me their insight and their wisdom and what works for them? What would it look like if you could join a group of people and be around a group of people that are all ruthlessly committed to financial abundance? If you're not committed to financial abundance, I can't help you. If you're not committed to financial abundance, you've been lied to, my friend. Because I can tell you something. I've been broke as shit. I've been so broke that like getting ice cream twice a month was like a luxury. I've also had millions of dollars. And I can tell you right here, right now, having a chunk of change in the bank feels really fucking good. Knowing that I can take my daughter or my son anywhere in the world on an airplane at a moment's notice feels really good. Knowing that if something tragic happened, I had the ability to write a check to a freaking hospital to help my children feels really fucking good. I don't say it to brag or boast. I say it because I've been broke. I know what it's like to be broke. I also know what it's like to be a slave to a fucking job, to work 20-hour days thinking that's success. Look at me hustling and grinding and hustling and grinding. Bullshit, that ain't success. Success is financial abundance while living a life that you want to live with your family by being in shape. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. We've given you 4 training videos: power, passion, purpose, and production, the core 4. What we talk about right here in my book, okay? The Lions Den is a group of people that are all wanting more. Some are here, some are here, some are here, some are here. Some are strong in this area, some are weak in this area. But what we're committed to, and what I'm committed to, and what we do every single day of every single week is level up. And when you have those shitty days, when you're down, when you're dealing with some stuff, what would it look like if you had a group of people that you could go to and say, here's where I am, how do I get out of it? The whole goal, the whole game that I have is shortening up this gap. Period. I don't want this long, drawn-out process. I want to know that if I'm going down, I can come right back up. It's exactly what we do. Power, passion, purpose, and production. And I can tell you that we have 460 plus members growing every single day inside of the Lions Den, all committed to doing this. All committed to leveling up, to growth, to expansion in every area that we've been training on. So, what I want you to do right now is I want you to listen to what it is that some of these people have to say about the Lions Den. And what I want you to do is ask yourself this question, like, am I where I want to be right now? And if the answer is no, get inside the Lions Den. Join the Lions Den. Surround yourself with a bunch of bad people. Not bad like bad people, but some badass people. Some badass people. They will help you. They will be there for you. That you can help. That you can use your skill set. We have multimillionaires in there, man. We have multimillionaires in there. We have every single different employment scheme that you could think of. We have firefighters, we have police officers, we have landscapers, we have attorneys, we have venture capitalists, we have investors, we have insurance brokers, we have school teachers, we have fitness experts, all inside of the Lions Den, growing, expanding, and learning. So, all of the information that you need for the Lions Den is on this page. These trainings that we've shared with you over the last couple of days are just the tip of the iceberg. This is what we're ruthlessly committed to. I gave you a couple of challenges that were hard. These things were not easy. Having drama and whatever and trying to fix that, that's a hard thing to do. I get it, I understand, I've done it. But I've also made it to the other side, and I can tell you and I can attest to you what it's like to be able to get that result and get that return. And it will change your fucking life. So understand that, like, if you want more right now, what I want you to do is I want you to listen to what these people have to say. I want you to read the information that's on this page and, like, literally plant your flag in the ground today and say, I'm in. I'm in. I'm gonna change. I want more. Whether it's working less and making more, whether it's getting out of a fucking rut, whatever it is, friend. Whether it's finally getting off the fence of this cycle of fitness and these shitty relationships that you just keep finding yourself in over and over and over again. To finally get out of a place where, like, you're living paycheck to paycheck to paycheck to paycheck and you've been doing it for 10 years, 15, 20 fucking years, man. That game's over. Like, be done with that shit. Learn the skill set to create abundance. This is what I do. This is what I teach inside of the Lions Den. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to listen to the messages that these people have to share. Read the information on this page and ask yourself this question. Do I want more? And if the answer is yes, I want to see you inside the Lions Den.